Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Europe trip. So we are on day 2 of this trip today. We are at Heide Park in northern Germany. This is a park I do not know much about, but I know we are here for one reason only. That is for Colossus, the original Intamin prefabricated wooden roller coaster. Gotta rep El Toro for the day, of course. There's a lot of other good rides here, like Flugter Dramonen, a B&M wing coaster, Krake, a B&M dive coaster, a lot of other filler attractions. Like I said, I don't know too much about this park, but we're gonna head in, check out some of these awesome rides. Let's head on into the park. We have made our way into the park now. We just passed the front entrance. Do know a little bit more about the park now. This park opened in 1978. It is owned by Merlin Entertainment, so Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, all those parks around the UK and all those parks across Europe. It is home to 9 different roller coasters. Few filler attractions here and there, but they do have a lot of good attractions like Colossus, Intamin prefabricated wooden roller coaster, Krake behind me, a B&M dive coaster, and Flugter Dramonen, a B&M wing coaster. We're gonna head in, get some good rides on those rides. I'm super excited for Colossus. Definitely looking forward to that one. Let's head in. We've barely made it past the front entrance, and already I gotta say this park is absolutely beautiful. Like all the parks we've been to in Europe so far. What I do really love about the parks in Europe is that they do really just strive off of natural beauty. They don't try too hard to be themed well. You just gotta have some nice greenery, some nice landscaping, and you're good. This park is gorgeous. I'm really excited to see what the rest of the park is gonna be looking like. So this is the first coaster that you see when you take the left side of the park at the front gate. This is Krake, the B&M mini dive at the park. Don't think we're gonna be doing this just yet because this is technically a front of the park coaster, but it does look like a very solid ride. We will be getting on it later for sure. All right, guys. First ride of the day is gonna be their Vekoma looping coaster called Big Loop. Has the old school Vekoma trains, so let's see how this is. Hopefully it's not too rough. All right, just got off our first ride of the day here. Big Loop, Vekoma Loop, double loop screw. Solid layout, solid ride, not too rough. Has the old Vekoma trains with the original restraints, so a little bit of neck banging here and there, but it's not too bad. Solid ride. Wow, this park setting is beautiful. It's all on the water. Super pretty park. A lot of interaction between the rides and stuff too. Really nice. So also after we got off a Big Loop, whatever's going on over here is definitely happening. So we're walking over by the park's Vekoma SLC Toxic Garden now, and we have not seen any signs of life on this thing. But it's a Vekoma SLC. These things are not good. So I am not sad about missing this ride one bit. Good riddance. This park has so many interesting themed areas. This is a Transylvania themed area. Almost feels like a Halloween theme. Well, it is kind of, but super cool. I actually really like the themed areas here. They're actually really well done. Another look at Toxic Garden, their Vekoma SLC, which they just gave some theming upgrades to. And I've heard this thing has actually not been operating much at all for the past couple seasons. So curious to see what the future of this ride is here because it looks absolutely abandoned. All right, second coaster today is going to be Bob-on, the Mock Rides bobsled. Having Reptilian at one of my home parks, King's Dominion, I'm so excited to ride another one of these because these are really fun. Let's hop in line. So the usage of the terrain on this ride is awesome. You have to take another lift hill just to get back to the station. Super cool. I'm actually looking forward to this thing. Some awesome theming in line for Bob-on, the mock bobsled here. Super well done. Looks really cool. Some more awesome theming in the station. This is really well done. It looks really nice. I'm actually really excited for this. All right, so that was my second ever mock bobsled that I've done. Having Reptilian at one of my home parks, it's definitely really cool to get on another one of these models because this is a very, very fun model, very fun ride. long, very long ride too. I don't know if I do prefer this or Reptilian because this is a little bit shakier than Reptilian, but the layout is awesome. The way it uses the terrain is super cool. Definitely a really fun ride. Recommend it a lot. It's fun. It's very fun. Next up is going to be this massive Intamin gyro drop tower. How tall did you say this was? 330 something feet? This is definitely taller than the ones at King's Dominion and King's Island, and I love those. So definitely excited to try this out. Let's do it. So like always, the Intamin gyro drops are like amazing. This one spins when you're going up too, like the one at King's Island. I do think the drop feels about the same as the one at King's Dominion and King's Island, so not really much of a preference. These are all just really good. Great rides. All right, next up is gonna be Flug der Dämonen, the B&M wing at the park. This does have a single rider line, so we will definitely be taking advantage of that because this probably does have the longest line in the park currently because it is on one train, as is Croquet. So let's get a ride on this thing. This thing looks super unique. It also has one of the only demonic knots on any roller coaster. Super excited to check this out. Let's do it. Another super cool station for Flug der Dämonen. The stations here are awesome. Great theming all around. Now that was a cool wing coaster. Some awesome elements on this. That floater hill right there, great floater out of time, nice positive G-forces. The demonic knot, of course, is the signature element. Super cool. Nice little wing coaster. Probably in the middle of the pack for the wing coasters for me. Definitely not the best by any means, but it's a really fun ride. All right, guys, so we've just teleported back to the United States and now we're changing it up. We are at Epic Universe, about to enter the Isle of Berk. Oh my god, guys, we're at Epic Universe. It's the Toothless meet and greet. Hi, Toothless. So we're making our way over to Desert Race in Colossus now, and like, what in the Europe are these slides? You'll never see something like this in America. I'm definitely doing this later. All right, we've made our way over to Desert Race, the Intamin accelerator at the park. This is actually a clone of Rita at Alton Towers. Super cool to be riding another hydraulic launch, because obviously they are becoming very, very rare. Super nice to see that this park is taking care of theirs. Let's hop in line. Desert Race is solid. Really cool Intamin accelerator coaster. Obviously the launch is not going to be among the level of like the Stratas and Storm Runner accelerator, but it has a cool layout after that launch. The launch is still pretty punchy. We did it in the back row. I'd like to try it again at the front if we could, but it's a cool ride, cool little layout. Little pops of airtime here and there. And shout out to this park for being able to actually operate this ride super consistently, because these hydraulic launching coasters are a dying breed, unfortunately. So shout out to them for being able to operate this ride. It's great. Awesome ride, guys. Alrighty, guys, it is finally time to check out Colossus, the Intamin prefabricated wooden roller coaster at the park, the original prefab. It's El Toro's German cousin, I guess you could say. Super excited to try this out. Does look like it has a lot of resemblance to El Toro. It's crazy to see how they perfected this model with El Toro. Excited to try out the original. Still looks like a really solid ride. Another awesome station in this park. Every ride station in this park has been awesome. Super cool. Doing front row for our first ride. Let's do it. Alrighty guys, so we just got 3 rides on Colossus actually. Once in the front, once in the back, and once in row 3. And all I gotta say is this ride, for being the prototype Intamin prefab, this thing is awesome. It holds its own among the rest for me. Obviously, it's not gonna be on the same level as El Toro, but I will admit there are a lot of things that this ride does better than El Toro, but there's also a lot of things that El Toro does better than this. Still has some crazy ejector air time, has a great first drop, and it's glass smooth. This thing is amazing, guys. Definitely come out here and try this thing out for yourself. So after that little mini marathon on Colossus, we're just gonna get the last 3 credits that we need in the park. I'm not entirely sure what the name is for this one, but it's another mock powered coaster. Second one of the trip. Let's see how this one is. So, update, what was that? I just thought this was like a normal mock rides powered coaster. You go into that building and for some reason there's 2 horses fighting. And there's gnomes everywhere. That was very random. I'm glad we did it though. That was funny. All right, it is raining now, but last major coaster of the park. This is Krake, the Vietnam mini dive. Let's see how this is. So we just got off of Krake. Don't really know what to say about this. All it is a drop, Immelman, and Airtimeless Hill, and that's it. So it's probably my least favorite B&M dive coaster, but it's still a fun ride. All these B&M dives are fun. All right, guys, to close out the video today, we're gonna get one more ride on Flug der Dämonen. They added a second train, so this line should be much shorter this time. So let's get one more ride for the day. Let's do it. So we didn't get to see the actual standby queue because we used the single rider line earlier, but this is the queue for this ride. This park goes all out with the theming for their queues and station buildings. This is awesome. The theming here is like top notch. It's great. And after that last ride on Flug der Dämonen, the B&M wing coaster here, that is going to close out the video today from Heide Park. This park is awesome, guys. Has a great setting, great theming. First half of our day was kind of left a sour taste in our mouth. A lot of rides were running one train, slow dispatches, but later in the day they started adding more trains to all the rides. Everything now I think is running 2 trains, which is great, and the operations are fantastic here. We had a great time here. All the rides are very solid, very fun rides. Colossus is awesome. Totally recommend that. Totally recommend a visit here alone for Colossus. This is a great park. Has a great setting, great theming, great operations. I honestly don't have anything bad to say about it. It's a great park. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to be at Wallaby Holland for the first time, so stay tuned for that vlog, of course. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.